I don't have a pen.
You hold up the card. Okay, it's just Atom restarted yourself. Okay, can you hear us? Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Can you
Sound
hear
now.
us right
It's
now?
working.
Oh, yes.
I can hear you sing.
Hello and welcome to Friday live stream. We've just told you the best deal in the world, but you couldn't hear us. I think it was like Z9 for £5, but you don't know where.
It's over now.
Exactly. I bought 10.
Seth said it was the most peaceful live stream for a minute.
I
And
know.
now it's just going to be chaos.
That's it. Get ready for some energy.
That's right. So what I was saying was that we're here.
Yeah, we decided to join you this Friday, as we
Yeah.
always do, actually. But every now and then we think, shall we take a break? And then we said, no, because people are waiting.
That's right. People want to hear what we have to say. Sometimes.
Apparently.
Except when they don't. And
I'm
they get very
surprised.
upset.
I'm surprised, exactly. People get really upset when they say that the world has moved to mirrorless, and then
Like, how dare you?
and then you just get like, well, no, not life-threatening things, but you know,
No.
but you say, no, I'm still using my camera, and this is great because we still love DSLRs, just so you know.
Yeah, we do. I think our podcast was
Yeah.
weirdly sort of polarizing. It was strange. Like people,
It is.
it made people react, and I suppose that's going to happen when you put things out on the internet. Anywho, it is Royal Blue / Black Friday here.
You see the matching color scheme.
It's true. I did not actually notice that before.
Because I'm clearly American, so it's Black Friday.
I am clearly British, so it's
Had a
Royal
turkey yesterday.
Blue. Royal Blue.
Is it the first time where Thanksgiving actually is earlier than Black Friday?
No, it's every year. That's the whole point.
I thought that Thanksgiving is always after Black Friday.
Black Friday is the day after Thanksgiving.
Ah.
All the time.
Well, you live, you learn.
Anyway, so happy Turkey Day for yesterday to
Yeah,
those people.
I'm clearly not American.
So Seth said, very over Black Friday, give me Blue Monday. I think that's good. Good
That's
idea,
true.
Seth.
I can even put a soundtrack of Blue Monday.
I hope all of you you over there in the States, I know there's a lot of you that do watch the live stream, and thank you very much for taking some time out of your Friday to join us. I hope you had a lovely Thanksgiving. We are going to be talking about a few sort of generic offers. They're probably quite UK centric, but we're happy to see in the comments any of the offers that you've had your eye on, that you've gone, wow, and it doesn't have to be Nikon, can be just generally
Yeah,
camera related.
anything photography related,
Yeah.
I say, because if you found a good deal, why won't you share it with others?
Exactly.
Because sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. I have a couple of offers on at the moment. As you can see, I have one leash left from my Nikon. Actually, this turned up on my desk, so I don't know if this is actually mine or someone else's. But anyway, if you subscribe to the Nikon Owner magazine, and I'm talking between now and the 30th, which is Wednesday. You're just checking that it was working.
The sound is still working.
It's still working. But I also have... Thank you to Lee from Delkin. I told you
Thank
about
you,
these last
Lee.
week.
Lee is so cool.
He is the
Yeah.
man. We have some cars, just a limited number of these. These are worth £40. Now, a subscription to Nikon Owner, the cheapest subscription is £49. So it's basically like paying £9 for the subscription and then getting
And get a card.
the card.
That's
with
pretty
it,
good.
Which is very cool. If you would like to take advantage of this offer, when you go onto the Nikon Owner website, you can choose from the many array of subscriptions available and just put the word stream in the coupon code box. Someone put the Royal Blue Friday code in the other day and I wasn't sure why. I couldn't make sense of
They've generated it themselves.
it. I was like, this is not for Nikon Owner. This is actually the wrong website for that.
I do try Black Friday code on pretty much every website. I
Do
browse
you?
just in case if it works,
So cheeky. The card is a 64 gig. So as I say, they're worth £40 over here. It is the Delkin Black rugged SD card. So they have a lifetime guarantee, etc., etc. All the things that you would expect. They're 3 times stronger than normal memory
Yeah,
cards.
I don't think it's big enough for Roy, though. Roy would go with 512 at least, or 1 gig, yeah.
Those. It's 90 meg per second write and read speed on both of them. And the thing that makes them rugged is that you don't get those little rigid plasticky bits between the contacts. It's just flush all the way along, so it's less compromise on the little teeth. It's also waterproof and dust proof. So there you go.
You can throw it in a pond and it's going to be fine.
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay.
Don't.
Let's not
It
test it.
says waterproof and dustproof.
Okay,
but
that's cool.
let's not give it a go. And extended temperatures as well. So I will leave that there because everyone can see it. We have a few other bits and pieces that we started last week. We had we had what started last week and continues until Wednesday is 20% off secondhand, up to £250 per item. A free roll of film when you buy any film camera.
Yeah, by the way, you DSLR lovers, forget about the film, but you DSLR lovers, we have 3 secondhand D850s.
We do.
With 20% off.
We do. We've got a couple of D700s as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. Show us the love and the care for DSLRs.
That's right.
I'm going to get flack for that.
And when you going to get flagged for everything.
For everything I say,
being. We've also got 10% off memory cards and filters. We've just had a little price reduction across the boards on some of the Z camera bodies. So if you were eyeing them up yesterday, there will be different, slightly sharper prices today. Those are only while we have stock. And then every order will get a sticker designed by yours truly. You can kind of see them a bit better if I actually hold them here. But anyway, we have a little camera, we have the Graze logo, and we have the Graze shop illustration.
That probably looks great on iPhone screen right now.
Yeah, you can't really.
It's like 2 pixels in there.
Anyway, so you'll get one of those at random with your order. So we've got all sorts of nice things. Seth is all for the stickers.
Yeah, Seth, you're, we haven't forgotten about you.
We haven't.
Something's going to be coming your way, but I'll text you.
That's right. You said that last week. You need to just make it happen.
It's in one net and out is another net. 5 seconds later. But once the Black Friday is over, we're going to get to that.
That's right. So that's that. Now, so in terms of offers and things, I've had a plethora of emails through this morning.
That's good.
Of exciting things.
Okay.
One of the ones that probably I think is going to be most helpful is actually 50% off a lot of the Western Digital external storage. A lot of, they're doing 50% off on a lot of their stuff online, but external storage for me is a big deal. And I was thinking, might take advantage of that.
And especially backup is very sensitive topic, I know.
Backing up your stuff. Yeah.
What you can do with those Western Digital hard drives, so you can get obviously SSDs and those M2 types where you plug into your computer, or you can get them via USB-C if you've got MacBooks and all that.
Yes.
But the SSD type things, especially the fast ones that go to like 5,000, 7,000 megabytes per second, you can have your software, basically, and your images that you work on those drives. So your Lightroom and Capture One can work on those. Yeah. Then once you finish with them, you can transfer them to HDDs, or HHDs, whatever, the big ones, 3.5 inches hard drives. And those obviously slow type of storage because reading and writing speed is a lot slow, but they're good for storage. What I normally do, because if you look at something like 18 terabyte hard drives, I have a desktop PC, so I don't normally buy them like, the ones that you just plug in. Yeah. I normally buy the external ones, USB 3.
Towers,
Then I call I shuck them or shuckle them, whatever it's called. So basically, I remove all the casing, I take the hard drive, and then I plug it to my computer. The reason why, because you do save something like £100 on the same model, effectively.
It's true, isn't it?
So that's cool. Obviously, different hard drives have different reliability, etc., etc. So you can look into different lines that they have. They have blue, red, and green lines, etc., etc.
Yes.
But this is a good way to get a large capacity drives and then have all your images and videos there. But obviously, don't forget about the backup, because if that big drive fails, then all your images may disappear as well.
Yeah, which would be very, very sad. To just highlight what Seth said, please do give the stream a like. I didn't, because of the whole sound going out, I missed my usual routine.
Yeah, Coffee Fund is open, the likes and all that.
Thank you so much to Adrian for your contribution to the Coffee Fund.
Oh, thanks so much. And we also hit 16,000 subscribers as well.
We did. I wanted to do something for that and then didn't have time. So.
Let's do 20K. 20K by the end of the year. Yeah, I don't know how we're going to do that, but...
It's going to be... so if we do that thing where basically we stream for a minute for every person that subscribes or something.
The problem is we're not going to last. That's the thing. We don't have such big crowd.
I would absolutely collapse. Now, speaking of Coffee Fund, I have a few people, as it's nearing the end of the month, I have a few people to thank. We have the lovely Alan Knott.
Thank you, Alan.
Much. Thank you for coming in on Tuesday. We have the lovely Gary Morrison. Thank you very much for your contribution to the Coffee Fund. A huge thanks to Ian Woolard.
Thank you, Ian.
Always big thank you to you, Ian. And thank you to Steve Neal, who popped in on, I think it was Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I missed him.
Yeah,
okay.
You missed him. I know. So thank you for the contribution to the Coffee Fund.
Thank you very much.
And the film.
Oh, yes, we got film. So we're going to have a couple of roles, well, one of each.
Yes.
And then we're going to give a couple of roles to our staff as well who should film.
That's right. And thank you now also to Fred,
Thank you, Fred.
who said left the mirrorless in the closet and went out with the 500 PF plus TC 1.4 on the D850 on Thanksgiving.
Nice.
Great shots of some waterfowl. That's wonderful. And thank you to Marvel for your contribution.
Thank you, Marvel.
As well. It's interesting. I was speaking to one of our lovely customers. Pedro came in earlier today. Had never been in the shop, but has spoken to me over the years several times a year or through email. So we've always corresponded by email or over the phone, but I've never met him in person. He came into the shop today for the first time and he showed me a shot he'd taken on his Z9, which he had to wait a very long time for, but got a few months back, of a kingfisher. And as the kingfisher was with its wings open, another one came by and both kingfishers are in the shot, pin sharp,
Wow.
with wings open. And he said, honestly, I wouldn't have been able to get it with any other camera.
Did you think he used zone focusing with manual focus?
Don't think so. Anyway.
Who needs a AF of Z9?
That's right. And thank you very much to Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
Angel, for your contribution to the Coffee Fund as well. Now, Edward Philip Maria Navsga, sorry about that, said, hi, Matt Owen just did a video on YouTube with the 600 with the TC. That's the 600 F4. Haven't seen it yet, actually, but it's on my list of to watch for this weekend.
Yeah, I normally catch up on weekends as well.
Yeah, exactly. Usually during the working week, don't have time to watch much YouTube, but anyway. And oh my goodness. Apparently Seth just did a 3-hour live stream on Adorama this week.
Wow.
So it's amazing that you managed to do that, Seth. Bravo to you.
But you know what? It's obviously been Thanksgiving. We have Christmas coming up, and we normally do turkey for Christmas, right? So no Thanksgiving. But so, dear fellow Americans, do tell us how to make a good moist turkey. I want to know that, because the problem with cooking turkey is some parts are too dry, because the other ones are undercooked. Right. So do you cook them at different times? Do you sous vide them? Tell me more. Are
you doing the turkey this year?
No, we normally do duck, but because I'm always scared of turkey, because, so I want to know how to prepare a beautiful turkey.
Yes, well, it's a very small Christmas for us this year. We're having like nothing going on. So as Seth said, best way to make a turkey is just to make a lasagna. I will probably be doing that. So there you go. Or as John said, deep fry it. So we talked about backups, right? Which is good. Now, how about, for example, we've got quite a few tripod brands who are doing offers. I know that Three Legged Thing are doing, I think, 10% off. And then we've got Manfrotto who are doing up to 40% off. Now, I know that the Zara, which is the new Z9 L bracket, is not on there 10%.
You know, if you're Spanish, you say Zara.
Zara, except I
have a lot of Spanish friends.
It's not a Spanish company, it's an English
Still
company.
call it Zara.
Maybe just for the sake of not them getting into a copyright lawsuit with Zara, the clothing company.
Well, I thought they used to call those things Zeldas. So, I thought
Zelda was for the small
I know, but I thought they're going to call it Mario or something, the next one.
It's the beginning with a Z bit.
Exactly.
Yeah, that does it. So
what's the Metroid's name? The lady who is Metroid. Samus, exactly.
It's a great game.
Oh, beautiful. It's my favorite as well.
One of my favorites.
I play all of them when they come out. It's the same game every 3 years, but so great.
Yeah. We could make this gaming stream and then we'd lose all our subscribers. Thank you very much, Mitch, for your contribution to the Coffee Fund, who said, have a cuppa on me when I visit. I'll talk turkey with you both.
Thank you very much.
Not me, because I'm not much of a... I cook, but only because I have to, not because I enjoy it. Steve said, remove the legs of the turkey and cook it breast side down so the juices stay there. That's interesting.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
And then Peter Thorpe said use a meat thermometer to check when the turkey.
I do have that. I do. Yeah.
He's got all the mod cons. So
the sous vide
I'm gonna come to yours for Christmas.
The wireless thermometers. Exactly.
So clever. So apparently Dennis Manufacturing have 50% off on their backgrounds. I know that Gravity backdrops were also doing a massive sale. They were doing something like 50% off backdrops, and then they were doing a free backdrop there somehow. I didn't quite see how
I guess if you order a few, Then you get
Yeah.
one for free or something. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, exactly. So that's for backdrop side of things. I'm quite tempted by a backdrop.
Yeah, I mean, have you bought anything already on the deal?
Nothing photography related
No.
yet.
Some shoes, something, yeah. But
I have just been buying things for my kids, honestly. I've not been able to personally take advantage of anything except for a security camera system for my house.
oh, that's true. Actually,
all
I'm thinking about getting this video ring thing.
Yeah.
Because I already got the cameras.
Yeah.
So I can just fit in there.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's fun.
And they'll still leave things on the porch in front of the house. But at least I'll know them. And I'll shout them, hey, come back. You know, take it away.
It does work, actually. You can
Yeah.
talk back to them.
And no one is going to nick it.
I mean,
Because that was my main concern about video
You can-
rings, ring
no, you
bells.
can't take them off.
No? Okay.
No, you have to have a special thing to lever them off.
And you think thieves don't have those?
Well, it's one that you get in the box with it, so it
Ah,
sounds
okay.
a bit weird.
Oh, I see. They're
Do you
custom
see what I
made.
mean? I
Okay,
don't know if
that's
it's
cool.
custom,
That's
but
cool.
You definitely.
I
It's
might
not.
get that one.
It's not a generic thing. Anyway, it's like nothing to do with photography at all.
Well, those cameras can take pictures
It's
as well.
true, they can.
You know,
Not very good resolution though.
of your local UPS driver who just shoves things over the fence, you know.
But what I will be doing is Analog Wonderland are doing something quite nice on their sort of saley offers, where every order that goes in between now and I think the 1st of December or something, they enter you into a draw to win an Olympus trip that's been customized with blue leatherette. And I was like, ooh, I quite like that. So I might just buy a bit of film off them. The one that I really want to try is the CineStill 400, that new one.
Oh, I've got those. I got 2 rolls.
It's 400 daylight, is it?
400D, yeah. I think it's Kodak Vision 3 250D with a ramjet removed.
Nice.
So,
I would like to shoot with some new film stock now.
I think it's time of the year where you kind of need to put 800 speed film.
Yes.
Just to be on the safe side, because it's like it could be nice and sunny like it is now, but once it starts to rain, the light can change. Or even if you go from, let's say, bright areas to shadow areas, it's just the change of light is so dramatic that it feels to me that 800 would be a better choice right now.
So are you saying I should buy some 800 as well?
Well, Portra's 800.
I've
Get
got one
800.
roll of
Yeah,
800.
get 800 800T, but
Yeah.
obviously it's a tungsten balance.
It is. I've got
So not for indoors, but if you're shooting indoors with it,
yes.
you can buy, was it 82B or 81B filter? It's a yellow filter, and that's basically put on the lens, and then it balances out.
Okay, so I can do that and pick up some 800T
Yeah.
from Analog Wonderland. So that's one thing that I will probably be doing at some point this weekend. Now, other offers that apparently our sound is breaking up, says Adrian.
Sound is breaking up. Well, there's nothing in the chain that can cause that,
So
unless there's a connection thing. But
unless it's a connection error. Is anyone else having sound issues with us today? Definitely, I was saying to my friend, is mercury in the microwave? Is that why? Is that why all these things keep happening? You know, that whole microwave, mercury in retrograde business. Anyway.
I have no idea.
No. Gary says there's no issues. Maybe it's just Adrian. Someone said, put more money in the electricity meter. Thanks, James. Yes.
Yeah, I'm not spending anything because,
Let's not go there.
yeah.
On the electricity bill.
Yeah, our electricity bills are quite high. Thanks, Russia. Yeah.
Adrian says it's better now. Okay, bandwidth issue. I wonder if someone's downloading some big files or something while we're
some
streaming.
interesting movies.
While we're here. That's so frustrating. No turkeys were harmed in the production of this comment. Thank you, Norm. Yeah, sorry if there's a bit of breakup. Honestly, you can do all of the things that you can possibly do, and then so. I mean, I had no internet yesterday because someone cut through our broadband wire outside.
You know, when I put the headphones on, I was like a doctor who was just listening to someone's chest. You know, but it seems like we're losing some what's called packet loss, you know, so some data is being lost and maybe that's why it's breaking up. But actually in the chain from microphone to the ATEM, there's no issues there. So
Okay, good.
hopefully it will improve.
Hear us waffling along. So Three-Legged Thing I know have 10% off their tripods, etc. They also do a brand of bags called Toxic Bags. I know. yeah, doesn't roll off the tongue, which are 30% off at the moment. And then the other one, which is that they're doing quite big deals on, is Think Tank. But for some reason, I can't get up the list of stuff that they're doing. But anyway, Think Tank have got some offers on as well. They're doing like a little package of goodies when you buy something from them, like a sort of a bag and a bunch of accessories.
A little goodie bag and all that.
And like that, which is great. Speaking of goodie bags, I didn't want to announce it at the beginning because people tend to join a little bit later. But I am going to be putting together a goodie bag for next week's live stream. Now, next week's live stream is very special because we have
special guest.
We have very special guests coming. Very, very special.
From the United States of America.
Who we only get to see once a year, and we love it when he comes along. So we're going to be doing that. But I do want to do a very special sort of beginning of... See, I'm saying the word special again. Christmassy December Advent goodie bag. So...
You know, like all I see is this special guest always hangs out with Seth or calling him on the live streams and things like this.
I know.
But this time he's going to be here with us, Seth.
In
you
person.
See?
We get to keep him.
Yeah.
So if you would like to win the goodie bag next week, then you have to put a comment in the live stream, not in the
not in a live chat, but actually under the video. So
that's right.
Yeah.
But you have to put the word win, whether it's I would like to win or please let me win or something, so that then I can find the comments and then we can do a draw. We'll do a draw next week. Andy said, I guess JM is coming since he's with Nick on School today. Lots of questions.
Well, James McAvoy.
Yes, that's the one.
Is he Scottish? He is Scottish, right?
James McAvoy Scottish, yeah.
He's not far, actually. But he's in the United States now.
I don't know where he
Probably
lives.
in Los Angeles
I
or
have no
something.
idea where James McAvoy lives. As Chuck, hello Chuck. As Chuck says, Capture One has a deal of up to 50% off, and Topaz Labs has several bundled deals as well, which is great. Which one? So I was thinking of getting Capture One because I want to like.
You want to see what the fuss is about?
I want to see what all the fuss is about. What do you think? Do you think I should?
It's great. It will require a bit of learning.
Yes.
Coming from Lightroom. You know,
time factor.
And if you've got bajillion of images in your Lightroom library, you may find it a little bit difficult because you may want to transfer them. But what Phase One has is what's called sessions. So you don't need to have your whole library in there.
Yeah.
You can just create a session for this particular shoot.
Right.
And then, work on them, So, but it's up to you. I think it's cool. The image quality, it's always arguable, and people say you can achieve similar results. But if you see some professional photographers, let's say on editorials, fashion kind of lifestyle shoots, they all just shoot tethered through Phase One. That's just part of it. So it's always good to know, even if you don't use it, just for that. So if you ever going to be in that situation, then you actually in the know.
Great. Okay, well then I might well give it a go. As a couple of people have said that it's really, really good.
Yeah.
As Roy said, Capture One is ideal for tethering. Ramo said Capture One is the best. We have to say thank you very much to Yamin.
Thank you, Yamin.
Who said it's been at least 16 years since I last shot film, and I'm thinking of grabbing a couple of my film cameras out for bright daylight landscape shots. Any new film stock recommendations?
So that means we've done our job. We've seeded that plant. No, we've planted that seed into someone's mind, and now he's considering it. Okay, for landscape shots, I mean, it's up to you. If you want something vivid, then you can always go with a Fuji stock. Let's say Fuji Velvet is obviously going to have you really good kind of vivid colors. Very difficult to find at the moment, so consider Kodak Ektar 100. It's very saturated.
I do like some Ektar.
Exactly. If you want to have a little bit more pastel and more universal, then Portra is a good choice. Again, you got option 160, 400, and 800. And I always recommend 400 if you need to choose between the three. But obviously, if you've got plenty of light, then 160 is a good way to go.
Yeah, 160 is an interesting one because you do have to have, I find it needs to be quite warm light. Otherwise, it's a bit of a cool And I always like 160 as my choice when I'm in very, very bright sunlight situations. But Ektar's lovely if you like that sort of Kodak look, but with the vivid films.
Not good for skin tones? Well, I mean, it's just a little bit more saturated skin tones, So for that, I mean, people shoot portraits with Ektar, but portrait is a little bit better for that.
That's right. And thank you to Ian for your contribution to the Coffee Fund. And thank you to Randall for your contribution to the Coffee Fund.
Thank you, Ian. Thank you, Randall.
Who said there are great deals on large TVs, 65 to 85 inches for us US users that have to. Oh, well, he said for us users that have
Yeah.
to wear spectacles but need 4K resolution watching Grays or Westminster's informative.
No, get the biggest telly you can, honestly. It's one of those things that, like, I have 65-inch OLED, right?
Yeah.
If I can, like, I bought it 3-4 years ago or something.
Yeah.
If I could get 75 or 85-inch just to fit the whole wall, I would. But
You've got a nice big wall though. Like
Yeah.
you do have nice space to fit a massive telly in.
You see, in our households, I'm in charge of technology. I'm in charge of HDMI cables, where those HDMI cables go and things like this. All the Wi-Fi things are on me. So, but when it comes to choice of TV sizes, it's always like, can I get 75 or 85? No, 42 inches is fine. And then, I had 42, I put 65 right next to them. And 42 looked like a laptop screen, you know?
It does. It's really small. I know.
Yeah.
It's so funny, isn't it? We've kind of gotten so used to having big tellies.
Yeah.
So Tadia said DxO has 50% off on what's SW upgrades? SW?
Don't know.
Sorry.
But DxOs are considered to be really good, good for all optical corrections, lens corrections, and also noise, low light, noise reduction. So those are considered to be really good for that.
Very, very true. So then we've got, oh gosh, wow. Rugby7 says $900 off Nikon D850 at Walmart on Black Friday. $900.
Walmart stocks D850. That's incredible.
That is shocking. That's a pro camera over here in the UK. So only dealers, like proper dealers, can sell the D850. We are actually doing £200 off the D6, which I know might seem a bit random, but actually the D6 is one of those legendary cameras, and for literally while stocks last, so while we've got the last few that we have, we're going to do them for 6,599 instead of 6,799. That's already live on the website. There's a few other good ones. I mean, the Z6II under £1,800 right now, the body.
It's a good deal.
Yeah. What else have we got? The ZFC. We've got some really good ones that have just come up, and I sent out a newsletter and now have to find what I said because I can't remember what I wrote this morning. Let's have a look. It's not that one. It's always good, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a
Friday.
deal on Affinity Photo 2. They just launched a new version of Affinity. I'm actually going to buy Affinity, the one that works with vectors. I think it's Designer or Publisher, one of those.
Yeah.
I need one of those because I could use Adobe Illustrator, but then I have to pay extra for it.
Yes,
and I don't want to pay extra for it. So I'd rather pay 30 quid for one of those and it stays with me.
What do you use vector imaging for?
For logos or the little hand-drawn
I meant,
graphics
like,
and all
what do you
this.
use them for?
Well, every now and then I need to design maybe a business card or something like this. So, a little header for something.
You get your mate Becky to do it for you. You already
That's true, but you can draw.
can. So ZFC, the body only is 745 right now. The body only 745.
That's pretty good.
The Z30 is actually Z30 with the 16 to 50 lens is 729. I think body only it's cheaper, and I can't remember by how much.
That's pretty good.
But yeah, I think it's 650 or something for the body only. The 24 to 50, the smallest, lightest zoom lens, we've got that one on special for $399 right now. So it's finally come down to under £400.
That's good.
It's the cheapest price in the UK as far as I know. And the Z6II body is $17.95. So there's everything is discounted, or pretty much everything. But anyway, Seth said Z30 starting to see people pick those up. It's getting common, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, Christmas is coming, so I think they will push them into those big and mortar shops like Walmart and, Targets of the world.
Yeah.
So I think it's happening.
Which makes
I need
sense.
to check my local Costco, actually. I'm sure Z30 will be there.
Probably. James Oliver said when Walmart decides to clear their shelves of an item, there's no base price. Affinity was on sale for the whole package. Wow, it's so interesting. I wonder how they it's just turnover.
Well,
right?
they're a big corporation.
Yeah.
They just cover things. It's like, when they say, like, when the film, obviously the film sales stopped and they just said, let's dismantle all the machinery.
Yeah.
Because it's cheaper than just trying to preserve it somewhere,
Yeah, it's true. It's so sad. So sad. Thank you to Jacob for your contribution to
Thank
the
you very
Coffee
much.
Fund. Greetings from the Czech Republic. Hello to you there.
Hello.
Coffee. Oh, Don Thomas said, bummer, I just purchased a Western Digital My Passport 5G a week ago for a little over $100. I wonder if the same deals are happening in the US. I mean, I always know that if it's getting close to November-ish time, I'm going to hold fire just in case.
But keep in mind that
Terrible.
a lot of Black Friday deals are not as good as they used to be, because kind of all the companies now kind of expect it, and everyone is expected to have some deals. So sometimes there are better deals throughout the year. So always, if you want something particular and you're happy to wait, just keep an eye on those. Like, for example, Blur Books. So, you want to publish your books. They very often do 40% off throughout the year. And I think recently they did, like yesterday, they did 25% off. I don't know what they're doing now, but keep an eye on those. There are sometimes better deals coming throughout the year.
Yes, exactly. And it's not all about November. I mean, it's this weird kind of culture that we've sort of ended up being in, where we wait for the deals before we can buy anything. And
We've been programmed.
We have been programmed.
Yeah.
It's terrible, but true. So thank you to Jeremy for your contribution.
Thank you, Jeremy.
To the Coffee Fund. Thomas meant a 5 terabyte, not gigabyte, which makes a bit more sense. Because I was going to say $100 for a 5 gig is really expensive.
Did you travel to the past?
I was like, I wonder if they still make this.
No, I remember I had not even 4 gigabytes. I had I think 1 gigabyte hard drive somewhere, and it was like massive.
Yeah.
I mean, so much music could fit in there. That was incredible.
Huge. I used to have one of those MP3 players. I couldn't afford an iPod, so I had one of the sort of generic MP3 players, and it was like 128 meg, and it fit hundreds of songs on it. And now we look at, we're going back to, now we need LPs, we need a whole sound system, and can't just
we should
cram
film
it.
and
We should film.
all those weird things happening right now.
That's very strange.
Why people do this? You know why? Because people are not, they don't sometimes think with their heads, they think with their hearts, just like us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because once you get that particular feel that you like, and you can't replicate it with some other medium, that you just stick to that. And, everyone is different, I guess.
That's correct. Philip asks if we're open on the weekends. We are not, but our online store is open 24/7. So there you go. But the physical shop is not open on weekends, sadly. Now, someone asked a question. I thought, Jeremy, I don't know if I thanked you, but thank you very much for your contribution to
Jeremy.
the Coffee Fund. I think I did. I couldn't remember.
Terry says that he's starting to use his Affinity Photo version 2. I'm just on their website, and they do basically £36 for each bit of the software, or £90 for all 3.
It's amazing.
I definitely need the designer.
Yeah.
Not convinced with the Photoshop, but because I haven't used them, and we have Photoshop for work.
I have the first version of it, and I haven't used it. To be honest, I then just tend to go towards Lightroom and Photoshop because I understand.
But there is no subscription. That's the beauty of it for people who are against all subscriptions at all. Then definitely Affinity is a better choice for them. So yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely, it's really, really good. Now, let's just see. There was another question here. Fred asked about 800mm lenses. Are we getting any in the UK? It's very slow on the 800mm lenses. Not as slow as some of the other stuff, but it's still considered, I would say, an exotic. Now, here's the thing. 400 4.5 is now in stock. And I've had a little sneak peek of Simon Stafford's review for Nikon Owner, and he honestly is so enthusiastic about this lens. It's actually surprising.
He says sell your 400 2.8.
No, it's not what he says. But in terms of the size and the image quality for the price and everything, he said it's by far one of the best lenses that he's tried. So, and there isn't anything that rivals the 400 4.5 because there's nothing else that is that size.
Absolutely.
So I think, anyway, if you've been waiting for a 400 4.5 and you haven't snapped one up, we've still got a couple left in stock. We will have more probably in the next week or two. And then what else? The 800s, we're getting them in slowly. I don't know what the situation is worldwide, but they are pretty slow in terms of stock. I mean, here's the beautiful thing. If you buy something, at least when it comes from us, we've got certain things where we will... If you buy anything on our online shop and it's out of stock, then you'll still have paid that cheaper price for it, even if it arrives in 1 or 2 or 3 weeks or whatever. So you can still take advantage of the offer prices, even if we don't have it right there. Thanks. So someone was talking about music on, where did it go? I lost it. Oh, Dave said, I have about 80 gig of music on my phone and I keep finding new CDs. And then Baxter said, music on a telephone, easier than carrying a gramophone and 78s into the studio for background ambience.
I'm laughing at John Hughes' comment because he was writing, we had a podcast and he wrote a comment saying, I really had terrible experience with Sigma lenses. And I replied and said, well, look,
this was your experience.
Yeah, and this was my experience. And now he put, sorry, Con, but he spelled Con with H, so it sounds like Han.
Sorry, Han.
Exactly. So it actually sounds more offensive. No, but I understand, John. It's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. I think it's conversation. So everyone tells their experience with certain things, and it's absolutely fine.
Yeah,
that's the thing. It's all about conversation. And as long as, what I don't like when people have arguments on the internet when they start to become personal.
Yeah, it's not necessary.
Exactly. And if it's not personal, then we all actually having a good conversation, a good faith, because we're all good to each other and, appreciate it. And that's the thing. I think there's as much people as, people love Sigma lenses or hate Sigma lenses. People love mirrorless cameras. People hate mirrorless cameras. People stick to DSLRs. People shooting film. We're all different. Yeah. And the importance of those things is that we can talk to each other in a friendly manner, isn't it? So, yeah.
Exactly. We can have a conversation and that's okay.
Yeah.
We are humans that can communicate with each other.
Exactly.
Dave said 100 to 400 and other long lenses don't appear to be listed on your website. If they're showing us on back order, then that's just because we're waiting for more stock to come in. At the moment, it's we were supposed to get our delivery today or yesterday. It didn't arrive. It's now due Monday, Tuesday. But we will have more stuff in next week.
Yeah, there's a whole thing with deliveries. Royal Mail is on strike. They were on strike yesterday and today, and they're on strike on Wednesday as well. Yeah. So there's a lot of delays happening through that network, but obviously we use couriers as well.
That's right. So Pete says ZFCs with 28 mils. When are we getting more? Those are, I think, coming at the end of next week or beginning of week following, but we've got all the other ZFC varieties in stock at the moment. Z9 batteries, unfortunately, I don't have information on. It's like this, I'm just here to provide you with shipping information.
Hotline.
Honestly, it's at least, I would say, a good third of my job is handling deliveries and stock. So, yeah. And I mean that outside of doing the YouTube channel stuff. So I tend to know off the top of my head roughly where things are. I'm trying to keep on top of it at all times. And one has to do that more so now than ever before because it is literally single digit numbers that we're talking in terms of what comes in. So anyway, Thomas said celebrities like you don't have doormen. We don't.
We are not celebrities.
We don't have doormen to take our packages for us. We have to get mine's a Blink. Yours, if you're going to get the
had to run home. The reason why I drink a lot of water right now is because I didn't expect any deliveries today, and there was £1,000 of worth item that I've ordered. Thousands.
I'm really curious as to what this item is. He hasn't told me yet.
It's a big turkey for Christmas. And
I'm definitely coming to yours for Christmas.
It didn't supposed to arrive yesterday. It's supposed to arrive on Monday, and then they left it on the porch.
Yeah.
That's it. They didn't even give it to the neighbor or something. Good old days when they would knock the neighbor's door and,
And when we say porch, it's like doorstep.
Yeah.
On the street.
So you can just come from the street, pick up the box and leave, know. And I saw him on the camera, and I just had to run.
Steve said it's my Christmas present. That's why you're not telling me what it is.
Exactly.
If only.
It's a Secret Santa.
Yeah.
Worth £1,000.
Wow, that's quite a high budget. I think we normally do like a £5 for Secret
Santa. Because
I care. Any news on 24-120s? 24-120s.
It's a sore topic,
it unfortunately,
is in the UK at least.
I don't know why 24-120s is so hard.
I feel like we should just, call Seth at Adorama and just say, Seth, can you ship us 20?
Send us some.
Yeah.
Don't really understand why. Anyway, as you're talking about deliveries, when are we expecting Z5 24-200? That is in the delivery that should have been here this week, but is actually coming early next week, as far as I know.
So it's on the way then?
Yeah. Rabaid says 24-120s is 4 to 5 days in Sweden. So everyone should just go and get it from Sweden.
We should all go to Sweden. Sweden is cool.
Because that's really, really good.
Yeah.
Randall says deliveries. We've had loads of stuff chucked over the gate into our dog run. One day it'll end up in the dog specials. I mean, Tilly doesn't get to go and attack the couriers and stuff. Right?
No, she barks.
Yeah.
But then you open the door, and she's just she always goes with the paws up. It's just the way she is.
Yeah.
So actually, she wants to say hello, but
does.
I always keep her away.
She
So,
greets with both paws and just a general excitement, and occasionally like small objects will go flying.
All she means, I don't know you, but I've missed you so much.
It's very cute. Now, ZTCs are a weird one because they've been out of stock for so long. I've had a couple of people waiting since January for those, and it's November, believe it or not.
Wow.
I know. It's a long, long time, and I don't know why.
Well, the Color Plus 200 codec that we ordered back in November last year, they finally arrived this week.
Yeah.
Took a year.
Yeah, it did take a year, actually. Well, it's slightly different to a teleconverter, but still. It's something that
People waited less for Z9s, I can tell you that much.
Yes, true. Apparently, they got a big shipment for the Nick on sale that's only in the EU. No, because there's a Nick on sale here as well, so it makes no sense why.
Nikon UK is Nikon EU.
Yeah, it's called
Same umbrella.
Nikon Northern. We're actually Nikon
Nordic?
Northern Europe,
Northern Europe, okay.
which includes Sweden, Norway, Finland, us, Holland, and a couple of other places, I think. So anyway, we've kind of been pulled into that umbrella, which is fine when we can get stock. So Tom said the only way to get a ZTC is to buy one from a dodgy guy in a car park.
He opens his pocket, his coat.
Did have someone say, like, someone came in to pick up a Z9 back when they were still super rare. We were getting like 2 a month or something. And there was someone else in the shop and they said, if you walk down the road, you could probably sell that for £1,000 more to someone out on the street. And I was like, oh, don't say that in here.
Have you got them TCs? Yeah.
It's really dodgy. Anyways, we've all learned to be much more patient about things. I'm still surprised when things arrive soon now when I order them from
That's true.
different places. It's just part and parcel of the thing.
And the thing is, people say, like, there's a whole conversation about Z8s, yeah? So that...
I thought we were going to get through a whole stream without talking about that.
No, we will mention that. But people say, like, oh, I understand there was a pandemic, but if Z8 is not available, on a day one, that's it, I'm switching to Sony or something. And, like, the whole logistics things, supply situation and part shortage, while it's improving, is still there. And then, in my opinion, Z8 demand is going to be higher than Z9 simply because it's cheaper price. I don't know what it's going to... Let's not talk about what it's going to be, but I assume that the demand is going to be higher.
Yeah.
So in terms of this, if you have a higher demand, and even with improved supply, it's still going to be out of stock. I mean, hopefully not for that long as Z9, but it's still going to be out of stock.
Well, I can draw parallels from the D5 to D850 comparison, and also the... comparing let's say we compare the D5 with the Z9 and the D850 with the Z question mark, then there will definitely be more. Can you?
Oh, look, let's ban those people.
Let's ban the spam.
Hey, ban.
Hello, Sam, who's finally joined us. Welcome. You missed all the excitement.
Hi, Sam.
We do also have merchandise. So says Seth, Free Girls in My City, finally.
Seth, I don't want to ban you.
Finally, there's some free girls in your cities. We do have some lovely merchandise, actually. I've been working very hard this year. I didn't bring my tote, and I didn't bring my beanie either, but we've got those. So if you're looking for something to add to your Christmas list that's a bit unconventional, if the Secret Santa list is like, oh, the budget's only whatever, £10, something like that, we've got some things, some lovely Grays goodies that will fit into that. So you can just slip that onto your Christmas wish list.
Yeah. Does it fit into the Santa's sock?
It would fit in your stocking. Yeah, exactly.
See, probably no presents for me. I've been naughty this year.
None for you at all.
Well, too much gear purchased.
I was going to ask you the question. Is there something, apart from me doing my little mini spending spree on Analog Wonderland, is there anything that you've got your eye on, or are you kind of like, you're done now?
The thing is, the money been spent for this year already. So there's like nothing that's all the salary comes in later. It's been spent already.
It's already been spent.
The large format equipment is no cheap, apparently. No. It's not just the camera and the lenses. It's the rest of focusing cloth.
It's
£8. So you have to browse second-hand one. So order some from China. The loop, the focusing loop, you want something good, 50, 60 plus.
Right.
You know, secondhand, something like Roden stock, 100 plus. Little things like this.
Yeah.
You know, it's like developing tank, 100 quid. It's
Yeah, it does. It does build up, doesn't
Yeah.
it? It really, really does. Dave says he's still waiting for a chance to wear his beanie. He was going to when he went up to the office on Wednesday, but still too mild. Yeah, I've worn mine.
I won mine this week.
I was very
Yeah.
cold.
It's been chilly.
It's been very chilly. I went to a Christmas light switch on and had to wear it because I was just too cold. Seth thinks you just want God.
Yeah, I have to finish the first one, you know. Yeah, we talked about it. It's the new God of War game, right?
Yes.
The old one is action-packed. It's, you know, it's like,
Yeah.
you know, brainless, perfect action. This one, they had a story. It's all cool and everything.
Thought process to it.
But I kind of dropped off halfway through. I don't know why I got bored. And I normally love story games. I don't have enough time to play big open world games.
Yeah.
You see, that's what we're going to talk for the rest of the live stream. But I needed like a story-packed, like condensed in 12-hour game so I can finish it within, let's say, 3 weeks.
Yes.
You know, so
Understand.
God of War is not that, unfortunately. I don't know why.
I do understand. It's new God of War. It's confusing because when you put GOW, that's Grays of Westminster. So I was like, hold on, it's not living up to the hype. Yes, we are. So on the subject of completely non-photographic
PS Plus is on sale.
So Steam have loads of games on sale.
Steam, yeah. Have you got a
That's
Steam
like-
Deck?
No, so expensive. My God, too expensive.
I've got a Steam Deck.
Yes, of course you do. I know. Anyway, moving on to more photographic related things. So Con is not getting anything else for Black Friday.
I think I'll buy Affinity Designer. I don't think I can stretch to the full 3 pack, you know, the package of 3 software, but definitely will get Affinity Designer.
It's a good deal, actually. You know, 36 quid for a single piece of software.
That stays with you.
Yeah, that stays with you. That's like, you remember the old Photoshop elements that they used to do?
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
kind of things. They were about between 40 and 50 pounds. Some of them were actually about 80 pounds standalone.
That's true.
And it was not a too bad piece of software.
Yeah.
We don't really do
I mean,
that anymore.
Honestly, I can't complain about the Adobe photography package for £10 a month.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a fantastic deal if you use, because we use Photoshop all the time. We use Lightroom all the time.
Yeah.
So if you use it, like, yeah, okay, this whole subscription thing, yes, I'd rather pay. But to be honest with you, a lot of those companies force you to upgrade every year. When you see the price of the upgrade, is generally basically if you would pay monthly.
Yeah.
So in terms of this, like £10 a month I can pay. For everything else, I need to consider basically.
Yes. Yeah. Seth said, did we talk Capture One deals? Yeah, I think we did cover
We did,
them.
yeah. There's Chuck mentioned 50% off on the Capture One Pro.
And Andy said Photoshop's Element is still the only tool 90% of folks should use. It's true. It's got everything basically in there. So it's always kind of a bit weird when you jump to the big version. You're like, oh, everything that I needed was in the smaller version.
So normally if you get something like Capture One,
Yeah.
let's say, or any other basically raw developing software, so you still need to have some sort of Photoshop software. It's either Elements or Real Photoshop, or Affinity does photo, things like this. So you still need to have that software for certain things, you know. So especially if you do more than just photo altering, but actually you need to maybe crop things, or, you know, I don't know, replace things, etc., because
I don't do much of that myself, to be
Yeah,
honest. Lightroom generally handles most of what I need from the kind of basic color correction or dust removal. Stuff like that. You can do some really good stuff in there, and I'm quite happy with it. So
but then if you think about it, would you rather get a Photoshop or would you rather get Canva? I know your answer, but
Canva is not Photoshop. In the
well,
slightest.
Canva is a software designed for social media, effectively.
It's a poor man's InDesign.
Yeah, but it's a poor man's design that you pay subscription for.
No, you can use a free version.
Have you seen the free version? It's like 90% is not free.
Really?
You know,
No.
it's like free games, you know, so on the phone.
Right.
So in terms of this, like, I know that, like, hey, if I have to pay a subscription for Canva, then I'd rather pay a subscription for Photoshop, because then actually you can do those things, but much better. Obviously, it will require learning as well.
Yeah, there's definitely a learning process in there. Someone's asked a question about PYIPF. Said, hi, Nikon Hong Kong said they only have less than 20 ZFC Black editions in their stock. How's the UK? Well, because it's a Nikon store exclusive, unfortunately, we don't have stock updates on Black ZFCs. It's a slight sore point for us. They have, I noticed, included it in the winter savings on the Nikon website. But I think you'll find that if you discount the fact that Nikon Store have the black ZFC, dealers are actually cheaper on the ZFC than the Nikon Store now.
I have a feeling.
National Bank.
I have a feeling. January comes in, they say, "Ooh, black ZFC is now available to you."
You think so?
I think so. I don't
just in time for my birthday.
Just my gut feeling. I think. I think
It
they
would be
kind
so
of.
annoying.
You know, I think they just like, okay, Christmas, we want to keep it for ourselves,
Yeah.
and then everyone else can have it.
Yeah.
Imagine Z9 comes out or Z8 comes out and say, "Oh no, it's limited to us for next 6 months."
Yeah, that would be very
Yeah.
irritating. Seth points out that there are 237 people watching, actually 239, and only 126 likes, which is very sad.
That's true. Any likes
So
would be helpful. Absolutely.
likes are hugely appreciated. Subscribes would be fantastic. As Con said at the beginning, which you may have missed, we hit 16,000 this week, which we're very, very happy about. Thank you, all of you, for being here and, just participating in our little channel.
I mean, it's cool to see it and just watch the numbers go up. It's amazing.
That is nice.
You know, I mean, we are a small channel, so those likes, they do help. I mean,
They do, as do the subscribers. We are a little channel. I mean, I've seen some bigger channels who have less kind of sense of community as us. So I'm very appreciative of all of you being here. I think it's
we have
great.
cool people in here, that's for sure.
That's right. Bax said, I wish Nikon UK store would bring back the polo shirts. I think my project for the beginning of 2023 is going to be t-shirt/polo shirts.
Yeah, lots of merch.
I'm going to have to survey everyone and kind of see what they would be interested in, because the thing is with the sizes and with the designs and stuff, you want to make sure that you get something that most people are going to enjoy.
Do you want to just like do the patches? You know, you just kind of...
Yeah, just sew on, or iron on patches.
Exactly.
You can get those things, and then you can put it on your leather jacket.
Yeah, or denim jacket.
Or your denim jacket.
Exactly.
I was thinking those, what is it? The bomber jackets that they have where they put all the patches.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, but yes, also on your denim jacket as well. Iron on patches. So Nick forgot to like, but has now liked, which is
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
And yes, we're only slightly bigger than your channel, Seth, but we love the fact that you're here. And, one day we're going to come over to you, or you're going to come to London, and we're going to have this epic, like, in-person
bash.
Exactly. We'll have a jolly old time. It'll be brilliant. So I don't understand that question.
Yeah.
I have also heard YouTuber about photography in Hong Kong. They have a special discount to get the black ZFC.
Well, that's cool. That's not us.
No, definitely not us. Adrian said Royal Blue Greys t-shirts. Yeah. So the thing is, if we get t-shirts, and we put the little illustration that you can't see on the sticker on it, then where do we position the logo?
Yeah, and the question is, if you wear those t-shirts, like how do you make them look like you're not working in McDonald's? How do you make them look that they look actually nice and not like a uniform,
Yeah, it's quite important actually, to make sure that you can wear it and be proud to wear it if you like. I think, this logo is a nice one to put on.
That looks like a NBA type of logo, and I love NBA logos,
You get the baseball caps next with the embroidered logos.
Absolutely.
That would be very cool.
Ooh, have you seen those, Kodak did this collaboration with, was it Brockenberg or something like this?
I don't know what that means.
There's a New York brand which is called Birkenbird or something. Birkenhead? Birkenstock? No.
No.
All right.
Maybe. All right, I'll let you Google that.
Anyway, they just released it. I bought a hat. $55, but it's really, really cool. It wasn't Black Friday.
You half a developing tank for your large format camera. Seth said he might come over for the 2024 photo show. That would be great, actually. We'd all hang out in Birmingham. It'd be fun. And then and then we're going to make you say Birmingham. So that should be hilarious. Nige said Grays should do foul weather gear for the UK. Yeah, it's true. Anything that keeps us warm and cozy, I think that would be the way to,
all right.
go.
Knickerbocker. That's the name of the company. It's a New York brand, and they just did collab with Kodak.
Oh, wow.
Not cheap, but looks awesome.
It does look very cool. It does look very, very nice indeed. Actually, that gives me some ideas. So there we go. So Yaman said my drawing in the front of the front shop, and then the GOW logo on the back. That would look quite cool.
That's a good idea.
Make it work.
Yeah, exactly.
Got some ideas. But anyway, we're not going to sort of like fill the place with loads and loads of merch, but it's nice to have a few tasteful things. And you know, we've done it slowly but surely. Many years ago, we started with the umbrellas, which is very, I think, apt. Actually, the umbrellas are they're £35, but in the UK we now can ship them first class. So the postage is like a few quid,
Oh, that's cool.
which is good. So if you wanted a nice golfing umbrella with the Grays logo on it, then you can pick one of those up. We've got the water bottles, we've got the beanies, the totes. That's it really. We haven't got masses of merchandise.
Stickers.
And then the stickers, which are
All right.
freebies. We're not selling.
Okay, I
those,
think
but
I'm
yeah.
gonna take a project. A Grey's of Westminster branded film.
Yes, we'd like to do that. If anyone knows where we can do that, then
Well, I know a little company in the UK that produces lots of black and white film.
yeah.
Very indie company called Ilford.
Yes.
No one heard of them.
No,
You know.
nobody knows who they are. That is one thing that we will do. I'm glad that Kevin said I would buy a Grey's t-shirt. I will have a look at that. That is my project for the beginning of next year in my spare time. So there you go. Anything else that we didn't highlight? We talked about external hard drives and tripods and bags.
Well, let me think. I mean, yeah, I always recommend. You mentioned hard drives. I also recommend the backup as well. There's a bunch of companies, that do backup online, which is a good option, a part of the physical things,
Yeah.
that you store offsite. It's
Yeah.
always good to have one online. So check them out as well. So there's several companies, and I'm sure they do some Black Friday deals. What else? Well, Adobe is doing 40% of Adobe Suite. Whoever needs
right.
the whole suite, not just, let's say, Photoshop. What else is there? Film?
Yeah, so Analog Wonderland are doing some stuff, but to be honest, there's a few places I've noticed that aren't doing any deals or they're very limited. Like Billingham were doing a special colorway for black, well, for this time of year, where it was like navy canvas with black leather trim. And then what was the other one? Oh, Peak Design also didn't do any particular offers or
Well,
anything.
Peak Design is doing their Black Friday sale on their own website.
That's right, yeah.
So, yeah, I think
unfortunately,
20% off.
doesn't
I think,
extend to
things.
us, which is very, very sad. It's really funny because Sam said Knickerbockers are okay, but I prefer a banana split because Knickerbocker Glory is a type of ice cream dessert here. So when you said Knickerbocker, I was like,
Well, they do the collab. They did, I think, one last year as well, and it's normally limited edition. They sold out, so
Right.
that's the thing. But I just saw the hat and the T-shirt.
It's
and
very
the pin.
nice.
I bought a pin as well. It looks
You bought a
really
pin.
cool. Yeah.
Oh, we do have a few official exclusive enamel pins left on the site as well. So if you're looking for something which might match, I think we've got a couple of the F2 and F3 pins left, one or two nickel matte ones and Nikonus ones. They're really, really nice to add to a camera bag or strap. That's so cool. I do like the pins, I have to say. Chuck said Peak Design had the carbon fiber tripod at $97 off. That's really good.
I have one. It's good. Not for large format, but for everything else, it's good.
It's a great tripod for lightweight stuff. Fred, thank you very much. Said this has made my weekend.
Thank you, Fred.
Goodness me, I'm very glad the surgery went well and hope that you do get out shooting this weekend. That would be wonderful. Roger said, as it's a UK shop, will it be a T-shirt or a T-shirt? As in T-E-E or T-E-A? Or T-shirt, which is how I normally spell it.
It made me an idea. I think we should have like a proper Earl Grey, so it's Mr. Earl Grey edition or something.
I bought something online the other day and it arrived. It was from like a small business and they had a little packet of Earl Grey tea in there, so, as a thank you. So yeah, maybe we could do that special Grey's Westminster Earl Grey tea.
And once I get into the roasting, who knows?
Then we'll do Grey's roast. Anyway, we waffled on.
It's good to dream, yeah.
Dream. All these plans for World Takeover. Icon sees Mr. No asked if anyone has 120 film on sale. Analog Wonderland do have some kind of offers, so do check them out.
Yeah, 120 film is actually a lot easier to come by.
Yeah.
So plenty of offer. The cheapest color you can get is gold 200. It's the cheapest medium format film available. If you're looking at black and white, format pan is about £5 a roll. That's reasonable. Obviously Ilford is a little bit more, £7, but generally it's definitely a lot more available and also affordable well, affordable, less shots, but you know, compared to 35mm, because 35mm film is like gold dust at the moment.
It is definitely hard. If you're in the UK, check out Analog Wonderland. They do have some deals and bundles and things like that. So go and check that out. And otherwise, we'll see you next week for an incredibly special live stream. If you would like to win a bundle of goodies, a goodie bag as it were, next week, then once the stream is over, drop an "I would like to win" or something along the lines of win in the comments after the stream is over, and I will draw that next week, and we'll see you then.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you so much. Have a lovely weekend, all.
Bye-bye.
Bye.